guys, so as a lot of you guys know, I recently went to a Skillet concert and I had so much fun, and today I thought I would, well, talk about my favorite Skillet albums. I'm gonna be talking about my top 4 favorite Skillet albums, and why 4? Why not 5? Because I couldn't really come up with a 5th. So, coming in at number 4, we have Alien Youth. Seriously, the title track on that one is one of my favorite Skillet songs. Like, that era was so cool for them too. Like, John's hair was cool. I mean, not as cool as it was in their previous album, like a year before, but still, it was cool. And the music was cool. I think the synths were actually really cool. Maybe a little overused and loud, but loud isn't bad when it comes to Skillet. Loud can actually be really good when it comes to Skillet. So yeah, Alien Youth is one of those albums that, like, when I first listened through it, I was like, whoa, this is amazing. Third, Comatose. It's the first Skillet album I actually heard. It's because my dad showed me and my siblings Rebirthing a few years back. Well, actually, what was it? No, a year ago. No, two years ago, my dad turned on Rebirthing in the car, and I hated it. I thought it was stupid because it was rock. I didn't like rock. And yeah, he had told me, oh yeah, you know, I loved this album when it first came out, and I was like, this is stupid. And then a few months later, I was listening to it more and more, and I'm like, this is actually a really good song. And I listened to more and more by them, and that's actually, Comatose was my introduction into Skillet. That was like their big change in style. His voice was kind of different back then, and then his voice suddenly got kind of lower. The sound of the music might have been maybe a bit more mainstream, and that was also part of their rise too. Not their album rise, their rise as a band. Second place, Dominion. When I started listening to Skillet, the deluxe edition came out, and I was like, I might as well just listen to this. And I listened to it, and I was like, okay, I don't really like this. I hated Psycho in my head. I don't like Surviving the Game. The only one I actually liked was Standing in the Storm. I loved that one. I listened to Surviving the Game a few months later and was like, I actually really like how loud and heavy this is. This is cool. Okay, so my very first favorite album, drumroll please, Collide. Seriously, that album is spectacular. It's like, his voice was cool. I mean, his voice has always been cool, but it was cool, really cool. The vibe of it is kind of dark, but it's really cool. I mean, of course it's cool, it's Skillet, but like the style of it, I love. My favorite song from that album is probably either Under My Skin or Fingernails. Under My Skin is here such a beautiful song. I love that opening. I also love the opening for Fingernails because, of course, it has a piano in it. I love piano. It's just such a, oh, that opening is like, it's haunting, it's beautiful, it's cool. And then it right into like the heavy guitars and stuff. Oh, it is so cool. But yes, Collide is my favorite album. Just, I can't even choose a favorite. Like, the best Skillet songs, in my opinion, ever came from Collide. It's just such an impressive, amazing album. Like, I could talk about this for hours, seriously. Also, I'm gonna talk a little bit about my experience when I was at a Skillet concert. It was last week. I went to a Skillet concert, and it was awesome. It was a free concert, so we're like, yeah, we're going to Skillet, and better, like, even better yet, it's free, so why not? And Colton Dixon was there too, and I love Colton Dixon, so that was awesome. They came on, and that was epic, and I was screaming. Like, there were a few days where I couldn't, like, my voice was so low, but it was so worth it. My throat was sore, like I was sick. I had like stood and jumped and screamed and banged my head so much that day. It was awesome. Yeah, I would totally recommend going to a Skillet concert. It was amazing. They're so good at putting on a show. They're light. It's amazing. So I did get some merchandise there. I got something that is still epic. Now, this was pre-signed, so I didn't get to meet them or anything, but they had this for 20 bucks, and I was like, heck yeah, I'm getting that. So yeah, look, it's their signatures. Sorry about the ring light reflection, but Skillet. Like, my mom, who's a photographer, actually saw this and was like, their lighting is actually amazing. Like, this is really good. It's actually funny. I'm like, my mom used to just not like that kind of music. I mean, she's still not a huge fan, but we've kind of gotten her into Skillet. You know, she didn't go to the mosh pit with us or anything. She stayed up by the chairs and, you know, watched over everyone's stuff. The thing she jokes about is how it was 9 when the show started. She was tired and she was sitting up at our chairs, and then later on she said, okay, who starts a concert at 9 p.m.? And then a few minutes later, some old man is running on stage with those things on his arms blowing steam everywhere. It's like, yeah, that's Skillet for you. And she's like, how did he have that much energy that late at night? It's like, probably Dr. Pepper. And also, I know we've still got a couple months, but when Revolution comes out, be expecting a review, because I am just pumped. I'm so excited. I'm sure it's gonna be great. It's like, Unpopular is already such a great song. Whatever. I'm not even funny anymore, am I? Okay, maybe it's about time that I go, because I don't have much more to say. Goodbye. Skillet says goodbye too. I gotta stop.